Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It's Monday morning, April 18th, and you know what that means. Yep, the work week is here. It's almost here for me. I got to go in here in a couple hours, but first I'm going to play some baseball and kind of get the day started off right, hopefully. So, my name's Rob. Thanks for coming in and checking out the stream. Hope you all had a good weekend. If you celebrated, have a happy Easter, or hope you had a happy Passover. So, um, other than that, it was a pretty it was an eventful weekend for the family. We lost a family member, so we are still in the process of processing that. So, but we send our thoughts and prayers out to the rest of the family who are more directly affected than I definitely am. It's on my wife's side of the family, so. But it was never good news to hear. You know that you lose a family member. So. But this is Monday. We're going to try and jump in and distract ourselves with some baseball. So we're going to start off with a mini-season game, playing on All-Star, and then maybe a game or two of that, and then maybe play a ranked seasons game, see how it goes. So this is my current lineup. Ricky Henderson left, Ronald Acuna in center, Wander Franco at short, Prince Fielder at first, because I finished the NL and AL Central collections. So he's the NL Central collection, I believe. Lou Bob in right, Jazz Chisholm at second, Adley Rushman behind the plate, Nolan Arenado at third, and Robbie Ray on the bump. So let's go ahead and advance into this mini seasons game. So like I said, happy Monday. Hope everybody's having a good morning, and let's have some fun with this. Let's just distract ourselves for a little bit, shall we? Playing at Barnes Canyon Ballpark. I haven't played here yet this iteration of the show, so we'll see what it comes up to. Playing the London Lords, it looks like. We'll just skip their little ha-ha scene. Brian Reynolds leading off for the Lords. Well, let's see if my reflexes are good or bad this morning. That's not good, but we get a called strike on the first pitch. So it's 0-1 to Reynolds. Robbie Ray gets the sign from Rushman. And the 0-1 delivery to Brian. Fastball over the inside corner, called strike two. It's 0-2 now to the leadoff man for the Lords. Batting a woeful 100 on the season so far. And the 0-2 offering from Ray. Past a diving Franco into left for a two-strike base hit. So leadoff man is on for the Lords as Juan Soto steps in. Batting 300 on the season. Leadoff man's got a lot of speed, but he doesn't have a lot of stealing ability, so hopefully he won't be trying to go. First pitch to Soto, slider misses outside, ball one. So we started off pretty good with a couple of strikes, and then that left that one just up enough, and he spanked it into left, and he drills Soto with a fastball in the back. So there's two men on, nobody out. Definitely not a good start to the game as Fernando Tatis steps in. Batting 400 on the year. So let's start him off with a curveball. Swings through a curveball, strike one. See what we can do with a changeup. Just misses low, evens the count at 1-1. I want to try and keep Fernando off stride here. Let's try and bust him up and in with a fastball. Fouls it off. 1-2 now to the three-hole hitter for the Lords. Ninth pitch of the day coming up for Robbie Ray. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Fouls off the changeup. Count remains 1-2. So we'll see what happens here with Tatis. Let's try a two-seamer on the corner. Fouls that one off. Quite a battle going on here with Tatis. Here we'll try another curveball. See if we can get him to chase it in the dirt. Left it up, and he swung through it, though. Bad location, but a good result. So we get one out there with the strikeout of Tatis. So still runners on first and second for Matt Olson. Looks like he's a new addition to the team. Here comes the first pitch to Matt. Over to fielder. Second for one. Back to fielder. A 3-6-3 double play to end the inning, and that's just what Robbie Ray needed. So the first two men get on, but nothing else after that with a strikeout and a double play. And it's going to be the night coming up with Ricky Henderson leading off, as the win expectancy changes hands once again. Hanging curveball slashed into right for a base hit by Ricky. So the all-time base stealer's on first. And we're going to go for second with Acuna up. And Henderson takes off. Another curveball, which is going to give him plenty of time to get down there. Actually, they're saying it was a slider, but it had a lot of curve on it to be a slider. Looked kind of like that. So 0-2 now to Acuna, with Henderson off second after the stolen base. It's 38th of the year. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball hammered, but early and out of play down the left field line. Count remains 0-2 to the second place hitter for the Knights. Checks the runner, and the 0-2 pitch. Misses inside with a circle change. 1-2 now to Acuna. Jack Leiter, a highly thought up prospect in the major leagues. Misses down and away with a fastball. The count's even at 2-2 now. Ricky takes a bigger lead off second. The 2-2 delivery. Outside with another fastball, and the count is full. Wander Franco lurking on deck for the Knights. The payoff pitch. Misses way outside with a slider. Ball 4. So, just like the Lords, the Knights have the first two men on. Can they do any better? The first pitch to Franco on its way. Fastball misses away, and Leiter is struggling with his command right now. 1-0 to the 3-hole hitter for the Knights. Checks the runners, and the pitch. Misses way high with a fastball. 2-0 now. We're going to lock it in position, and if it's not there, we're not swinging. And it's not, and it's down in the dirt. 3-0. Prince Fielder lurking in the batter's, easy for me to say, lurking on deck. Takes a fastball down the middle. Counts 3-1 now. Checks the runners. The 3-1 delivery. Misses outside. Another walk. And the bases are juiced for Prince Fielder. No place to put him. 3 men on. Cleanup man at the plate. Fouls off the curveball. Out of play. Strike one. That was a hanging curveball, and I should have crushed it. And instead, I was late and fouled it off. So it's 0-1 to Fielder. Fastball way outside. He has no fastball command right now. So, got to take advantage of that. Instead, I swing through a slider inside, and it's 1-2. That was not a good swing. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count remains 1-2. 18th pitch for Leiter. Swings through a slider, strike 3. That was not a good at bat. So 1 out now, bases loaded for Lou Bob. And he starts me off with a curveball again. And once again, I'm late. So 0-1 to the 5-hole hitter. Checks the runners. The 0-1 pitch. And that was a horrible swing. What was I swinging at? So it's 0-2 now. We're going to get the bases loaded and not score. Watch this. Way outside, high and away with a slider. 1-2 now to Lou Bob. Got to really focus in here. Get a good swing. And that's not going to be deep enough. Well, it might with Ricky. We're sending Ricky home. That's going to get a run across. Sacrifice fly for Lou Bob. Not exactly what we wanted, but it gets a run in, so it's 1-0 now. So we didn't totally blow it. Now it's first and third with 2 outs for Jazz Chisholm. Fastball over the inside corner, called strike 1. 24th pitch of the inning on its way from Leiter here. Slapped hard, but foul down the left field line. Counts 0-2 to the 6-hole hitter. Fastball misses low and inside. 1-2 to Chisholm. 26th pitch on its way. And that curveball just completely locked me up. So we got the bases loaded with nobody out, and all we could get across was one run, but that's enough to give us an early lead. So Vladimir Guerrero steps in, trailing 1-0. So we're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to get Giovanni Gallegos up. And the first pitch to Vladimir from Robbie Ray. Horribly located, but taken for a called strike one. Not pitching very well right now. So, but it is what it is. Here comes the 0-1 delivery to Vlad. Slow roller up the middle. Chisholm's over to his right and tosses across the fielder to record the out. 4-3. So 1 up, 1 down as Corey Seager comes in. He's got those reverse splits against lefties, so you got to be careful with him. Here comes the first pitch to Corey Seager. Curveball just misses the outside corner. Ball 1. Yeah, Corey Seager is one of those guys that has the reverse splits and really hits lefties well. So, got to really be even more on your toes than you usually are if you got a lefty on the mound. That slider's in the dirt. 2-0 now. So, nobody on, 1 out here in the second. Corey Seager batting against Robbie Ray. He gets a sign from Adley Rushman. And the 0-2 delivery, or the 2-0 delivery, sorry. Called strike 1 at the knees. Counts 2-1 now. And the 2-1 slider from Ray. Hit out the center. Acuña's going back. He's got a bead on it and squeezes it for out number 2. So Seager put a good swing on it, but it just didn't have enough distance. So there's 2 outs for Josh Donaldson, who just got traded to the Yankees this offseason by the Twins for Gary Sanchez and assorted others. Slow roller back to the pitcher. He's got it and throws over to fielder for the out, and that retires the side. So much better inning that time for Robbie Ray. So we head to the bottom half. 1-0 Knights. And Mo Rivera gets the call from the Lord's bullpen. Quite possibly the greatest reliever in the history of baseball. At least if you hear Yankees fans say it. Now, if I'm being objective, yes, he's one of the best relievers of all time. So yes, I'm not going to deny that. But let's just cool the jets on the best ever. There's always a discussion to be made for a lot of different guys in a lot of different positions. So Rushman fouls the first pitch off. 0-1 account to the 7th hitter of the Knights lineup. Just recently added to the squad. Still trying to find my footing with him, really. He's hitting .333 so far, but don't really feel like I've had that many good swings with him. I've got some lucky hits, but I don't feel like I've had a whole lot of good swings with him just quite yet. So, fastball misses inside. 2-1 now to Rushman. Highly regarded prospect for the Orioles. And that's just foul down the first base line, evening the count at 2-2. Rivera gets a sign from the catcher, the 2-2 pitch. Just fouls off the cutter. Count remains 2-2 as Rushman makes Rivera work here in the second. Cutter misses low and the count is full. Nolan Arenado waiting on deck for the Knights. Here comes the payoff delivery. Lazy fly ball to right. And the right fielder is there and squeezes it for out number 1. Like I said, I don't feel like I've got a whole lot of good swings with Rushman just yet. Well, he has a .333 average. It's still early, but I'm still trying to get my groove with him. Arenado steps in, 1 out here in the second. Slider catches the inside corner to knees, called strike 1. Rivera looking good so far. Pops up Arenado. And the catcher drops it, and that's going to let Arenado get on first with an E2. So I thought there was going to be 2 outs, but now there's 1 out with a man on first. And let's see here. We've got Grady Sizemore, who we got for completing the American League Central collection, who's just recently joined the squad. We just recently got Buxton, which helped us get Sizemore. And Robin Yount is who we got for completing the Brewers. Well, he's got 96 contact, 60 power against righties. We haven't used him a whole lot. I don't think I've used Buxton yet, but his contact is not good against righties. You know, you got Trouty here. We'll go with Robin Yount. We'll see what happens here. I think this might be his second at bat for the team. So, like I said, he is a very new addition to the squad. So we'll see what he can do. Arenado takes his lead from first. Rivera checks him, and the pitch. Takes a cutter at the knees, called strike 1. Here comes. They're calling that a base hit. Wow. Generous scoring here. Slider tipped at the plate, fouled off, and counts 0-2 now. Still can't believe they called that a base hit. It bounced literally off the catcher's mitt in fair territory. Slow roller up the middle. Juggled a little bit, so they still get Arenado at second, but Yount is on first after the fielder's choice, and that brings up Ricky Henderson with a man on first, 2 outs here in the second. First pitch to Ricky. Slider misses outside, ball 1. Now this is a matchup, Rivera against Henderson. This would always be fun to see. Check swing, called ball 2, so it's 2-0 to the A's legend. You got Yount on first, Henderson at bat. Lazy fly ball to center. Whatever you do, do not put a good swing on the ball. It's going to be just early or just late. So, and the PCI didn't, it might have been good timing, but it wasn't good contact. So, let's see here. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. And we're going to bring in Giovanni Gallegos. We're going to put him in the game, and we'll see how he responds to the pressure. He's actually pitched pretty well. 15 strikeouts, no walks, 7 1/3 innings, 2 saves, and 2 opportunities. So we should be all right. Of course, I say that, and then I'm just going to go, bah! That would never happen. Gabriel Moreno steps in. Who? Who is this freaking guy? He might be a prospect, so I should knock it off, but I think he is a prospect, actually. I couldn't tell you which team for, but I'm pretty sure he is a prospect. Low and in the dirt. With the slider, evens the count at 1-1 to Moreno. Gallegos gets the sign from Rushman. The 1-1 pitch. Fouls off the fastball, which was not anywhere near where I wanted it. That's what happens when you don't locate. Just lucky he fouled it off and didn't rope it out somewhere. Swings through a slider, strike 3, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the third. Knights are 2 outs away from winning this ball game. Michael Young is the pinch hitter. Steps in, batting a cool 0-0-0. And the first pitch from Gallegos. Fouls off the circle change. Counts 0-1 to the pinch hitter. Gets the sign and the 0-1 offering. Swings through a slider low. 0-2 now to Young. Let's change his eye level a little bit, shall we? Swings through the fastball high, strike 3, and there's 2 away here in the third. So Brian Reynolds, who singled his first time up, is the last hope for London here in the third. He needs to get on base in order to extend this game. So the first pitch from Gallegos. Slider catches the bottom of the zone at the knees, called strike one. So it's 0-1 to the leadoff man for the London Lords. Gallegos gets the sign from Rushman. The 0-1 delivery. Fouls off the fastball and it counts 0-2, and London's down to its final strike. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Swings through a circle change, strike three, and that is the ball game as the Knights win it 1-0. That seems to be a common theme in these mini-season games for me. So, but it is what it is. So we get the win against the London Lords. And Robbie Ray gets another win. Jack Leiter takes the loss, and Gallegos gets his third save. So not a bad game. We could have did a little bit more on offense. Wow, that literally went right through Soto. That was not a good animation. Well, there's Lou Bob's sacrifice fly that scored Ricky. The only run of the game for either side. There's that curveball that just completely locked me up while I was using Chisholm. So, and here's the last out of the ball game. Swings through the slider as Gallegos nails down the victory. So Reynolds had the solo hit for the London Lords, and Ricky was 1 for 2. Arenado 1 for 1. Although that was should have been called an error, as it was a little pop up on the infield that the catcher dropped. Still don't know why they called that a hit, but hey, Arenado will take it. It'll help his average. So Robbie Ray 17-0, Jack Leiter 1-3, 17-0. That's just ridiculous. And the face of the franchise program, which we've actually finished, so we're basically just working on parallels at this point. So the Knights are 11-2, 3 games ahead of the Pinheads and the Kaiju, and 4 ahead of the Lemurs. In the bottom half, you got the Stingers, Cats, Lords, and Whales. As that loss put the Lords at 4-9, 7 games back. So let's just go ahead and pop into this next game against the Lords. Pop it on All-Star. Trying to get that little bonus for winning 20 games. So on All-Star. And I've been trying random ballparks. So let's see how Ship It plays. I know they changed the elevation on this, so it's not the one that all the competitive guys use anymore, but I think they actually use Laughing Mountain now. I think that's the big one being used. Jared Weaver's up next. Let's go ahead and we'll bring in Buxton in center. And we'll bring in Carson Kelly behind the plate. Just a little change up the routine here. We'll go ahead and advance that. So, my name's Rob. Thanks for coming in and checking out the stream. I do appreciate it. This is a 50-plus KC gaming stream, and we play MLB The Show currently. I like to play other games too, but MLB The Show is pretty much the one on my plate currently. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:30 a.m. So jot that down on your schedule if you'd like and join us. Love to have you. So, and here we go with that little routine at the start of the game again. So we'll just go ahead and skip that. And Brian Reynolds, still batting 100, steps in to face Jared Weaver. Gets the sign from Carson Kelly. First pitch, misses high with a fastball, ball 1. So last game, the Knights won 1-0, and they tight-roped out of some early interesting possibilities of damage with the pitching staff, but they got out of it and managed to squeak a run of their own across to win 1-0. That's hammered down the right field line, but it's hooking foul and out of play. So he left that sinker up in the zone, and it got mushed. Thankfully, he was just a little early, and it went foul. Here comes the 1-1 delivery from Weaver. And he leaves that one out over the plate, but he swings through the slider, and it's 1-2 now. I am having some serious issues locating pitches this morning. Swings through a high fastball, strike 3, so there's one away. That loud foul ball was just a loud strike, so there's one out. Juan Soto steps in to face Jared Weaver. The soft tossing righty. Sinker over the outside corner, called strike 1. Gets the sign from Carson Kelly in the 0-1 delivery to Soto. Curveball, slapped hard but foul down the third baseline. So it's 0-2 now to the Washington Nationals slugger. The 0-2 offering on its way. One hopper to fielder, takes it to first himself, 3 unassisted, and there's 2 away here in the first. That brings up Fernando Tatis Jr., who's hitting .400 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs in this mini-season. And here comes the first pitch to Fernando. Called strike with a high changeup. That was not what I was wanting to do, but got away with it. So, Fernando, you look marvelous. Steps in with an 0-1 count. Swings through a high fastball, and it counts 0-2 now. Let's not leave this one out in the zone, please. Let's kind of keep this one out of the zone so he doesn't hammer it over the wall. He left it over. Henderson's back. He's on the track. He looks up and squeezes it for the third out. Once again, leaving a pitch in a position where I did not want to leave it. So 3 up, 3 down in the first. We got away with that one. Bottom half we go. Ricky Henderson's going to lead it off. Hitting .312 with 12 homers and 26 RBIs on the year. And of course that includes every game I've played, not just this mini season. Takes a strike at the knees, evens the count at 1-1. So we're facing Robbie Ray. Lazy fly ball to center. Center fielder's there and squeezes it for the first out. So 1 up, 1 down for the Knights here in the first. And that brings up the newly acquired Byron Buxton. This may be his first at bat. If not, it's just maybe a second. I think he may have pinch hit once, but he hasn't started any games, so this is definitely his first start. Fastball misses outside. 2-0 to the Minnesota Speedster. 2-0 pitch from Ray. Misses high with a fastball, and it's 3-0 with Wander Franco lurking on deck. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Buxton, and he may just have given him a double. And we're going to take off with Buxton. Fastball right down the middle. Buxton is in there with a stolen base, his first of the year. And it's 0-1 to Franco with Buxton now in scoring position. Fastball misses outside. Ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Ray checks Buxton at second, and the pitch. Curveball just catches the bottom of the zone. It's 1-2 now to Wander. The 1-2 offering from Robbie Ray. Slow roller to first. That's going to get Buxton over to third, but that's the second out. So Buxton's at third with 2 outs as the cleanup man, Prince Fielder, steps in. Yet to get a hit since being inserted into the lineup. This would be an awesome opportunity for him to get his first base hit as a Knight. Slider in the dirt, ball 1. So we'll see what Prince can do here. Hopefully he can get a hold of something. That's out into right. And the right fielder dives and misses it, and it goes to the wall. That's going to score Buxton, and Fielder's going to wind up at second with a double. So an RBI double for Prince Fielder, his first hit as a Knight. And that gives us a 1-0 lead here in the first as Luis Robert steps in. Takes a curveball to knees, called strike 1. So that's a good little start to the game. Swings through a curveball, a pair of curveballs to start the at-bat, and it's 0-2 to Lou Bob. The 0-2 delivery. Fastball lifted out to center. Fielder's coming home, but the center fielder squeezes it for out number 3. So they leave a runner on, but Prince Fielder knocks one in with a timely 2-out RBI double, and it's 1-0 as we head to the top half of the second. Jared Weaver comes back out on the bump. He's going to face Matt Olson to start off the inning. Gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball called strike 1 at the belt. Here comes the 0-1 delivery to Olson. Fouls it off, and the count's 0-2 now to the left-handed hitting first baseman. And here comes the 0-2 offering. Left it up, just got a piece. Count remains 0-2. Let's see if we can't get him to chase this slider. What do you say? Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt, 1-2 now. Weaver gets the sign from Carson Kelly, and the 1-2 delivery. Just misses with a high fastball. The count's even at 2-2 now. The 2-2 offering on its way. Swings at a circle change out of the zone for strike 3, and that was a horrible swing by Olson, but we'll take it. And there's one down here in the second, as the 5th hole hitter, Vladimir Guerrero, steps in. The first pitch to Vladdy. Out to center, Buxton's on his horse. Can he get there? Can he get there? No, it drops for a base hit. And here comes the throw in. They got a shot, and they throw out Guerrero at second. He was a little over-aggressive there. Nice piece of defense there by Byron Buxton. Got on his horse and got there on one hop. And he had that ball back into the infield in a flash. And Guerrero, instead of being on first with 1 out, there's nobody on and 2 outs for Corey Seager. Wonderful defensive play there by Byron Buxton. First pitch, fouled off down the third base line, up against the wall. Here comes the 0-1 delivery to Corey Seager. Fouls off a sinker and the count's 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 offering from Weaver. Fastball misses up and in, ball 1. Here comes a 1-2 pitch to Seager. Slider just misses the inside corner. Counts even at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Can Franco get there? No! Diving attempt, but it just drops over him. So 2-out single for Corey Seager. That brings up Josh Donaldson, my goodness. No, I didn't mean to do that. So we're going to get Rob Dibble up. And here comes the first pitch to Josh Donaldson. Slider over the inside corner, called strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Fastball misses up and in, ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. 2 outs, runner on first here for the London Lords. Donaldson looking to extend the inning, maybe even drive in a run if he can plug the gap. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Weaver. Curveball misses high, and he swung through it, strike 2. That was not a good location there, but we got away with it. Here comes the 1-2 delivery to Donaldson. Left it over the inside, but Franco picks it up and steps on the base for the 3rd out. So the Lords leave another runner on, or rather they leave a runner on here. They had the other runner erased by double play. So Mo Rivera makes his 2nd appearance of the series. And we will see what Jazz Chisholm can do as he steps in with a robust 27 homers in this Diamond Dynasty year. He's been hammering the ball for the Knights. And there it goes again. Is it going to stay fair? Is it going to stay fair? No, it just hooks foul. 0-1, a loud, long strike one for Chisholm. Slapped hard towards the shortstop, but the teeth is there to make the grab, and there's one away here in the second. So Carson Kelly steps in, batting .500 with 5 solo homers on the year. First pitch to Kelly on its way from Mariano Rivera. Let's see here. This is high and outside with a fastball, ball 1. So Rivera shut us down in the previous game, so let's see what we can do with him here. 1 out here in the second. And swung at one that was probably outside, and that's evens a count at 1-1. Yep, that was way outside with a cutter. So it's 1-1 to Kelly. And the pitch. Fouls off the cutter. A little early on that. And you might be able to hear my dog snoring in the background. That's hammered out to left. Left fielder's going back. He's looking up. And it is out of here. A solo shot for Carson Kelly. Seems like that's all he does. If he homers, it's a solo shot. But a homer's a homer, and that extends the lead to 2-0 here. As he hits one off one of the greatest relievers of all time, and Nolan Arenado steps in. 2-0 Knights here in the second. High curveball. Slashed at. Right fielder's going back. He's on the warning track next to the foul line and catches it for out number 2. That was a high slider, actually. Let's bring up Grady Sizemore. Let's see, make sure who I got up in the pin. I got Rob Dibble up. Yeah, we're going to schedule to put in the game. And Grady Sizemore, one of the more recent acquisitions to the squad. First pitch. Cutter down in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0 to the left-handed hitting pitch hitter. Gets the sign and the 1-0 delivery. Misses inside with a slider. 2-0 to Sizemore. The 2-0 pitch. Misses high and away. Ball 3. So it's 3-0 with Ricky Henderson lurking on deck. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. Over the outside corner with a fastball. Called strike 1. Not anywhere where Sizemore was looking, so just lets it pass. And ball 4 with a cutter in the dirt. And a walk to the pinch hitter, and that's going to bring in Ricky Henderson, and that is going to be all for Mariano Rivera as Raisel Iglesias gets the call from the bullpen. That's something you never saw a whole lot of, with somebody relieving Mariano. So, but the Lords do it here. Ricky Henderson steps in. He flew out his first time up. So, Sizemore takes his lead off first. Iglesias checks him, and the first pitch to Ricky. Fastball down the middle, called strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Fouls off the fastball, and it's 0-2 now to the Oakland legend. The 0-2 pitch. Slapped hard, made the umpire dodge out of the way. Count remains 0-2. Fouls off on another one. This one was in the dirt, and it stays 0-2. Iglesias deals. Hard roller to short, Tatis over to second for the short out, and that retires the side. But the Knights get another run on a solo shot by Carson Kelly, his 6th solo shot of the season. And yes, I still want to bring in a new pitcher because I really don't want Grady Sizemore to pitch. That would be kind of silly. So Rob Dibble's going to hit the mound here. And we'll see how he does. Facing off with Gabriel Moreno. Gets the pitch from Carson Kelly and delivers. Slider low, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Gabriel Moreno. Swings through a cutter. He was way early on that. The count evens at 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fouls off a fastball, and it counts 1-2 now. Let's see if we can't get him to chase this slider. Yes, I like to try and see if I can get people to chase sliders. Can you tell? And that's fouled off just past the first base bag. Count remains 1-2. A 1-2 offering from Dibble. This is high, fastball, evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 delivery to Moreno. Fouls off the cutter. And there's a nice little battle here between Dibble and Moreno. The 2-2 pitch is on its way. Oh, that's hammered right, and this is going to go. Enters his back, he leaps, and that ball is way out of here. A solo shot for Gabriel Moreno. And Rob Dibble comes in and immediately gives up a solo shot. Cuts the lead in half, and that brings Michael Young up here with a chance to tie it now. With nobody out, and the score just became 2-1. So let's go to the bullpen. We're going to get Raleigh Fingers up because Rob Dibble's not looking like he has it right now. All right, first pitch to Young. See if Dibble can't get back on the horse here. Swings through a fastball, strike one. That was a better located fastball that time. So here comes the 0-1 delivery from Dibble. Left that one out over the plate. Luis Robert's back. He's at the warning track and squeezes it for out number one. So Dibble seems to be not quite as efficient today as I would like. All right, so the first pitch to Brian Reynolds. Nobody on, one out here in the third. Slider at the knees, called strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Brian Reynolds. Fastball just misses, evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 delivery from Dibble. Lazy fly ball to right. Robert's over and squeezes it for out number two. So Dibble seems to have settled down after the leadoff homer. But he's not out of the woods yet as Juan Soto steps in. And here comes the first pitch to the National Slugger. Fastball left right down the middle, and he was early on it and hammered it well foul. All right. I've seen about all I want to see from Rob Dibble right now. We're going to bring in Raleigh Fingers. Maybe I can have a little bit better control with him. All right. The 0-1 pitch to Soto is on its way. Swing through a slider, strike two. So London is down to its final strike here in the third. See if Fingers can slam the door. Stinker in the dirt. Easily taken by Soto. 1-2 now. Here comes a 1-2 delivery to Soto. Just misses with a slider. Counts even at 2-2. The 2-2 delivery. Called strike three over the inside corner, and that retires Soto, and that gets the win for the Knights. A little bit of nervous Nellies there in the third inning as the leadoff man homered. But Dibble was able to recover enough to get the next two outs, and then Fingers came in and got the final out to get the save. So a 2-1 win for the Knights. One run, 3 hits, no errors for London. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Knights. A little bit of excitement in the third, but they hang on. And that is the 14th win, I believe. I believe it's the 14th win of the season. I'm not going to swear to it, but I'm pretty sure it is. We'll find out here in a second. Jared Weaver's 11-1. Getting all kinds of XP, which I don't really need at this point. But what am I going to do? Stop playing? There's a parallel upgrades. Ricky's not quite halfway to 4. So Arenado's about 60% of the way to 1. Those are pretty the two top ones there at the moment. Fielder's about 40% of the way to 1. So, but he's just recently got on the team. So no, that's the 12th win. Wow, I was way off. So, but these are the goals. 10 home runs with All-Star Series players. I don't have a whole lot of All-Star Series players on here now. Nor do I have a lot of flashback or legend players. But there you can see the bonus. No more sleepwalking. Which you can get a ball in as a habit pack and 2,500 stubs. And that's really what I'm working for with this particular mini season. Maybe the next season I'll work on that. The 35 extra base hits while playing on Hall of Fame or higher. Don't know how I feel about playing on Hall of Fame all the time, but, we'll see. Hit party, talent 20 hits, 5 different teams, yeah, mystery mission, commit 3 errors, yeah. Did that. Really don't want to try and do it again. Alright, so let's see here. We'll just go ahead and do another ranked seasons game, or another Freudian slip. Do another mini seasons game. So we're going to take on the Singers. It's going to be Kyle Hendricks, who I just recently acquired as well. He was a reward for finishing the Cubs, if I remember correctly. And there's the lineup. And apparently we're going to take on a team of a lot of Honus Wagners. They got that little glitch going on where they show a bunch of different players on the same team, so that's really the first time I paid attention to that. I think that's the first time I've seen it. My buddy's seen it a couple of times. I think that's the first time I've seen it. So we're taking on the Soul Singers. Are they a K-pop bunch? I'm wondering. So, who knows? So, my name's Rob. Hope you're having a good Monday. I mean, it's the start of the work week. We'll do what we can this week. First pitch to Henderson. Swings at a curveball and misses. Strike 1. Lazy fly ball to right off of Andrew Heaney. The right fielder is there and squeezes it for the first out. So Henderson flies out to right. That's going to bring up Ronald Acuna Jr. That nice 1234 OPS. First pitch from Heaney. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. So we're kind of wanting to be more selective at the plate. It's over the inside corner, called strike 1. Curveball misses way outside. 2-1 to Acuna. The 2-1 delivery. It's hammered out to left center. It's got a chance. It is out of here. A solo shot for Ronald Acuna Jr. And just like that, the Knights take an early 1-0 lead. Fastball up. And Acuna did not miss it. Gave it a ride. And just like that, the Knights are up 1-0. It wasn't a no-doubter, but it did get out of here. And that's all that matters. Wander Franco steps in. Fastball misses inside. Ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Misses inside again. 2-0 to Franco. The 2-0 pitch from Heaney. And Franco gets a high fastball and does not miss it. Unlike last time, this was a no-doubter, and it is 2-0 Knights. That fastball, Franco hit it. He knew it was gone, and that ball went a long way out into the bullpen area. 2-0 Knights as Prince Fielder steps in. The first pitch to Fielder. Fastball misses low and away, ball 1. So, back-to-back homers for the Knights. Can Fielder make it 3 in a row? As a slider misses outside. 2-0 now to Fielder. Circle change misses low, and it's 3-0 to the cleanup man for the Knights. The 3-0 offering. Oh, and Fielder says, I want to trot around the bases as he hammers one into the right field bullpen area. Back to back to back homers for the Knights. And Andrew Heaney is getting mollywopped as it's 3-0 Knights here in the first. A laser into the right field bullpen area. And Luis Robert steps in. Still only one out on the inning. Fastball misses up and away. It's a 1-0 pitch from Heaney. Curveball misses low. 2-0 to the 5-hole hitter. Fastball taken at the knees. Called strike one. 2-1 now to Lou Bob. Heaney picks. Oh, Lou Bob was out in front of that fastball. And it was a long foul ball, so it's 2-2 now. Curveball, hammered to third, takes it on a hop, and across to first for the out. So a 5-3 put out, and Lou Bob is retired. And Jazz Chisholm steps in. Speaking of homers, 27 in his Diamond Dynasty career so far with me. Fastball misses low and away, ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball misses away again, this time up and away, 2-0 to Chisholm. Circle change misses low and away, and it's 3-0 to the 6th place hitter for the Knights. And probably shouldn't have swung at that, so it's 3-1 now. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. Hard through the right side for a base hit for Chisholm. Little worm burner that gets through. And that's going to be all as Tyler Clippard gets the call to the bullpen. As Andrew Heaney says, this is enough for one day. Rather, the manager does. Veteran out of the bullpen, Tyler Clippard. Come in, try to stop the bleeding here as Adley Rutschman steps in for the Knights. First pitch. A pitch out, thinking Chisholm was going to go, but nothing doing. So it's 1-0 to the highly regarded prospect from Baltimore. Swings through a circle change, strike one. Way out in front of that off-speed pitch. Splitter just misses, ball two. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Rutschman early on the circle change and foul and out of play. Evens the count at 2-2. Swings and misses a circle change, and that retires the side. But the Knights go off, pounding 3 solo homers back to back to back jacks. And it's 3-0 as the Singers come to bat for the first time. So if you're looking for offense, that was a pretty good start to the game right there. You got to love back to back to back homers. And Adam Engel steps in for the Singers. And Kyle Hendricks, first pitch. Curveball misses low and away, ball one. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Engel. Fly ball to center. Acuña's in his tracks. Squeezed it for the first out. 1 up, 1 down for the Singers. And that brings in Derek Hill. Looks like he's newly acquired to their team. A 0.000 batting average. And the first pitch to Derek on its way. Sinker misses low, ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Swings through another sinker, even in the count at 1-1. The 1-1 offering. Curveball catches the bottom of the zone. The count's 1-2 now to the 2-hole hitter for the Singers. The 1-2 pitch from Hendricks. Swings through a fastball, strike three. And that was nowhere near where I was wanting to put that pitch, but we got away with it. So there's 2 up, 2 down as Trevor Story steps in, one of the newest members of the Red Sox. First pitch from Hendricks. Fastball misses low, ball one. The 1-0 delivery to Story. Changeup misses low, 2-0 now. The 2-0 pitch. Sinker taken at the knees, called strike one. Here comes a 2-1 delivery, two-story. Swings through a changeup, and the count's even at 2-2 now. The 2-2 offering by Hendricks. Just gets a piece of the sinker, fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. That retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. So it's going to be 8-9-1 due up for the Knights here in the second. As the third pitcher of the day comes in for the Soul Singers, Casey Sadler, the 5-year pro. And we'll see what Nolan Arenado can do here, leading off the second. Now, might let Hendricks hit. Cutter down the middle, called strike one at the knees. 0-1 to the third baseman for the Knights. Check swing, call the ball, and it's 1-1 now. Here comes a 1-1 delivery. Swings through a cutter, and it's 1-2. That was not a good swing. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball, lifted out to center. Center fielder's back. He squeezes it on the warning track for out number 2. So Arenado gave it a good ride, but just not deep enough. And we're going to let Hendricks pitch. Hendricks hit, rather. Don't see the pitchers hit a whole lot in many seasons. So takes a high cutter, ball one. 1-0 to his opposite number. The 1-0 pitch. Lazy fly ball out to left center. The center fielder's racing over to his right and squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the second. As Ricky Henderson steps on with 2 outs and nobody on base. First pitch from Sadler to Ricky. Cutter over the inside corner, called strike one. 3-0 Knights here in the second. 2 outs, nobody on. Lazy fly ball to right, and in his tracks, the right fielder squeezes it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Bottom half of the second we go. 3-0 Knights. Zimmerman, Narvaez, and Joe do it for the Singers. Ryan Zimmerman steps in. Longtime face of the Washington Nationals, just recently retired. So we'll see how he does here against Kyle Hendricks. Curveball misses low and away, ball one. The 1-0 pitch to Zimmerman. Misses with a sinker, 2-0 now. Here comes a 2-0 offering. Out to center field, Acuna's on his horse, and he runs it down in deep left center. Nice swing by Zimmerman, but Acuna was there, which brings up Omar Narvaez, hitting 5th for the Soul Singers. First pitch to Omar. Misses low with a sinker, ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Fouled off down the third base line. Third base coach kind of made a Olay gesture at trying to catch it. He wasn't really trying to catch it. Here comes a 1-1 delivery from Hendricks. Changeup just misses the bottom of the zone. It's 2-1 now to the backstop for the Soul Singers. The 2-1 offering. Popped up in short left center. Franco's back. He's calling for it and squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the second. Which brings up Colorado Rocky, well-known Connor Joe. If you follow Mr. Hurricane on YouTube, you've seen him play. Here comes the first pitch to Joe. Called strike at the knees with a sinker. Here comes the 0-1 delivery from Kyle Hendricks. Check swing called strike 2 as he couldn't hold up. And it's 0-2 to the 6th place hitter for the Singers. The 0-2 delivery to Connor Joe. Fly ball out to center field. Acuna's over to his right and waiting for it. Squeezes it for out number 3. So 2 solid innings there for Kyle Hendricks. That's going to be 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Knights as yet another parade of relievers comes in. Adam Ottavino, currently with the New York Mets in real life, a 10-year vet, and we will see what he can do with the 3 guys who homered in the first. As Acuna steps in, who led off the homer barrage with his solo shot in the first. Oh, he got under that one. If he could have got that one just a little bit better, but as it is, left fielder squeezes it on the warning track for out number 1. Acuna didn't miss it by much, but Ottavino was able to induce him to stay in the ballpark. And that's 1 out here in the third. Calm down, baby. You can hear my pup. Yes, I know. I'll get to you in a second, babe. Hush. Fouls off a sinker, and it's 0-2 now. Yes, I know, baby boy. Hold on. The 0-2. All outside. All right, well, I think I'm going to call it a day here, considering my dog is having a fit. And the pitch. All right, we're going to call it right here. Thanks for coming in and checking out the stream. I do appreciate it. As you can hear, my dog is wanting my attention, so I will talk to y'all later. Peace.